Many days had passed since the beginning of our journey. I had never spent a summer as unpredictable as this one. My uncle Hans and I loaded our tools, provisions, and a good supply of fresh water onto the raft. At last we set sail on our sea voyage. The air currents coming from all directions were strong enough to fill the raft's sail and push us forward quickly. We soon found ourselves on the open sea, completely surrounded by water with no land in sight. And so we began our many dull days of sailing. Every hour felt like a week, and every day felt like the one before. Even the climate never changed. It always the same wind, the same heat, the same sky with the same suffocating ceiling or grey rocks above. My uncle couldn't help complaining. I must admit that I didn't expect the sea to be so vast. I thought it would be more or less the size of a lake, but this Lindenbrook sea seems endless. He moans mixed with the sound of the waves, which bubbled and gurgled as if something was moving in the depths. Each time I heard a rumbling, I moved closer to the center of the raft. I was sure it couldn't be just the noise of the waves. It had to be a ferocious sea creature preparing to attack us. But I was mistaken. The gurgling always stopped, and we sailed on peacefully. Until one morning, something jolted the raft. At first, we only saw the waves, which were foamy and rough. Then a gigantic fin came through the surface. Squeak! It was pointy, shiny, and so sharp that it looked like a blade. After the fin, a back also appeared as scaly as a crocodile. At last the entire creature emerged with a lid showing us its full size. My uncle cried, "It's an Ichthyosaurus, a prehistoric monster, petrified Provolone." It was an enormous sea monster, and it wasn't alone. The Ichthyosaurus was fighting furiously with another equally terrifying creature. The second creature had a body like a whale, fins as flat as oars, and a long neck like a brontosaurus. This time I was the one to recognize it, recalling the illustration in one of my history books. That's a plesiosaurus. The two sea monsters fought each other mercilessly. Their tails smacked the water so powerfully that they formed fearsome whirlpool which tossed our raft back and forth. My uncle shrieked, "Let's get out of here, or the raft will capsize." Luckily Hans stayed calm. He lay down on his stomach and began to roll with his paws to get us as far away from this sea battle as possible. Finally, the terrifying Ichthyosaurus won the fight, and the Plesiosaurus slunk away shamefully, waving its long neck as it sank beneath the water. Soaking wet and terrified, we held our breath. The winning monster had dived underwater, but could reappear at any moment. But it didn't. The sea was calm again. My uncle placed a paw on my shoulder. "Are you all right, my ratlet?" This time even I was a bit afraid. I reassured him, "I'm all right, but let's try to cross this sea quickly." My uncle turned to our guide. "Thank you, Hans. I don't know how we could have faced this voyage without you." As usual, the Icelandic mouse said nothing but gave us a kind smile. The trip continued peacefully. Eventually, we spotted a tiny island and decided to stop there for a while. We were tired and hungry and needed to rest. Now we knew with certainty that there were dangerous creatures at the center of the earth, and who knew where others might be hiding.